What's up? What's up? Back again with another episode of Reality Check. And it's that good old what you doing during the virus part 2. I'm your boy King Haru, and this is my beautiful, lovely wife.
Native Bonds.
Yes. We back again with that part 2 because we want to know what's going on with you guys during this virus. So if you want to put anything down below, you can let us know how y'all are also doing during this virus season. You know what I'm saying? Got everybody scared and thing. So we got the first subject we'd like to go into is the America versus America, just out the blue, out of nowhere. You got the conspiracy theories versus the non-believers, the medical field versus the medical whistleblowers, and all of this is going on, and all this has done is pitted everybody against each other. This is something that neither one of us started, neither one of us are responsible for, but it went right into us battling each other instead of going against the powers that be, because we don't have the power to do anything, even dealing with this pandemic. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have the power to handle anything. We don't got no power to open schools back, but we're sitting around and we're just battling each other. And this would make this situation even more sad, and I'm talking about this is going on online. This is going on in the public. People are arguing over what they believe with the virus. I've been in stores, and I've heard these arguments going on, and I'm standing right there. It's very strange how we are thrown into a pot that we didn't even cook. You know what I'm saying? We had nothing to do with this at all. And I'm saying, when you look at the news media, you look on CNN, they got one doctor saying one thing, that the virus wouldn't harm you if you basically keep your immune system up, you keep vitamin C flowing in your body, you should be good. Then you got another doctor that'll come on there and say, well, it's more dangerous than what people are expecting, and it's not just about keeping your immune system up. You can't let it get in your body at all. So I'm like, you hear one doctor, then you hear another doctor, then you hear one RN say, well, it ain't that serious. They're blowing this up. This is a media thing, and they're scaring everybody. Then you got one nurse coming after her and say that nurse was wrong. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody that's in the medical field, and these are real doctors because their name is on there, their practice, everything. And I'm saying, how at this point in time you cannot even get the medical field to agree with each other. They're battling worse than anybody. You know what I'm saying right now. And these are people that's responsible for your life if you end up getting sick or anything like that. So they are battling each other. There's certain doctors and stuff saying that this is a media frenzy. This is a scare tactic to scare the people into some type of martial law or something. Then you got some doctors saying that all of that's a lie. We are taking the precautions. Our hospitals are packed to its capacity, and all of these things are getting said, and you don't even know who to believe. That's why I'm saying, like, it started to make people that's actually following this, if they don't have their mind on right, it kind of starts unscrewing their mind. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, your elevator don't go all the way to the top and things like that. If you stay focused on this too much, that's why you got to take a breather back from this stuff, because it's crazy out here. So when I get to talking about the psychology of things, um, and medical whistleblowers and things like that, people that's telling you that these kind of things are going on behind the scenes, that these things are fake, like, and they're doctors and they're RNs and there's CNAs and all of these kind of things that they got going on in the hospital. How we're not supposed to believe that when these people are part of the medical field? So these people are saying they're putting their jobs on the line. They're doing everything they can to make sure the public know these truths. And a lot of people believe it because they're part of the medical field. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that's a conspiracy theory. These are people that are part of the medical field. We're not talking about somebody that's just walking around the street and telling you about the virus. You know what I'm saying? These are people that actually have gotten their degrees, got their credentials with the medical, acquirers, and then they word all of a sudden don't mean nothing because it doesn't go with the narrative that everybody else wants to believe. So you don't want to believe that somebody is lying to you, the way I see it. You got anything to say about that? America versus America?
Well, I know one doctor that I saw was out of St. Louis, Missouri,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying that the medical field, the people in the medical field know that this is a hysteria tactic
Mm-hmm.
that is being pulled in the media. He was saying that you need to be taking zinc and some kind of chlor. I don't know what it was called, chlor or
Yeah,
something.
one of them big
But he
words.
was saying that people that had the COVID 19, they were feeling good within a couple of days once they got, those minerals and vitamins and stuff in them. And he
Mm-hmm.
said they're not even telling you that. And that's something that other guy, Rizza Islam, talked about too, is
Mm-hmm.
how they're not telling you these things that they know can help you through it if you get the virus or things like that. They're not telling you, they just want you to be scared and you know what I'm saying, going in some kind of frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not giving you the tools and stuff. So you just basically have to do your own research and figure out what you need to do. But I believe it's real. At one point in time, I thought this was some kind of little hoax thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I see that the virus is real, but what was it, orchestrated or something like that?
Well, it was manufactured in the lab. A lot of people don't want their information out. I even went online and I looked at like people rebuttaling it that and said that it wasn't made in the lab. It's from natural stuff that done happened on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And you got people that's rebuttaling it, but they rebuttaling it from fake news websites. And then some of these people are not even real people. So I'm like, people are actually putting out rebuttals with fake names and fake sources and everything. So I haven't seen a clear rebuttal on that this is not laboratory made. It was manufactured and it was sold. Okay, so they're trying to hide it. You can look up the people's names that helped make the coronavirus. You can put up who China bought the coronavirus, and people are going to try to rebuttal that, like that is not true. The first thing that they put out to the public was that it came from a bat, and I'm talking about
Yeah.
this is from Donald Trump. This is from politicians. This is from a lot of people. They said it came from eating wild animals, and that the coronavirus came from animals. This is what was pushed to the public.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's true.
and we cannot go off that. That's what they said. And now it done turned into them trying to rebuttal that it was made in the laboratory, and now they're trying to say that it came from another natural source. So I'm like, okay, how did it
Which one
jump?
is it?
Yeah, how did it jump from an animal to now it's a natural source? So they don't even know what lie to tell you, but it's clear that they're lying. You know what I'm saying? It's clear that they are lying, and that's what makes it so sad when I see people out here that are basically like trying to argue against people with quote unquote. I don't believe in calling anything a conspiracy theory. This just my personal opinion. I don't believe in the term. What I believe is this: if something is fact, is a fact. If you don't know and can't prove it wrong, you got to say I don't know. Okay, I don't believe in anything when you're talking about conspiracy theories. Either it's a fact or it's a lie, or you can't prove it if it's real or a lie. That's it. Ain't no such thing. You know what I'm saying? So if something's a lie, I don't say, well, that's a conspiracy theory. No, it's a lie.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? It's a lie.
Throughout this whole COVID-19 thing, all I've ever seen is a bunch of flip flopping. They're saying one thing and it's around there saying another, and I'm like, which one it is?
Yeah.
And as I've been, and that brings me to a lot of people that I've been talking to, and I'm starting to see the insanity kicking in. People are not, they're not like they're believing the conspiracy theories, and 1 minute they're doing the same thing that Donald Trump and everybody's putting out, and I guess it's what they want people to be, all crazy and frenzied up. I mean, people are in bad shape out here.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. I'm telling you, really bad.
Yeah.
This has drove people crazy. Now they already was crazy before, but now you can just see it everywhere you go. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, you don't know they coming or going mentally. Yeah, but they set this up to me to cause a frenzy, because if the medical, I don't think it's ever been a pandemic where the medical field did not agree with each other this much. So I'm saying, you're on the outside looking in, you don't even know what to do.
I think that's what they want.
Yeah, you don't even know what to do if you're following it. If you're following it. Now, if you got your own mind and everything all wrapped on tight, then you already going toward a direction that's probably off your own research, or you're just paying attention to how things are moving, but you're keeping your sanity. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
By not dwelling in too much, because they done already switched their stories 3-4 times. They have really no clear direction on what they're going to do to stop this from spreading. I mean, all they're saying is make curfews. Like that's not a clear thing to stop something from spreading. Though this like it's like preschoolers are running the government. You know what I'm saying? Let's just take things away, and then that should make everything better. Like no, that's not how this goes. You know,
Yeah.
everything is getting really weird out here when you looking at like which is number 2 on my list is forced dependency uh, on the government. Now I'm going to explain that because you got to look at that. It's a working class forced into unemployment. Okay, it's a working class that's forced into food stamps in Section 8 because they cannot afford rent anymore because they have $0 coming in. So I think that's real torturous on somebody psychology that's been able to survive on their own. They never asked the government to give them money to support them for food. They have never asked for a tea program. They have never asked for any of these things. They just been out here working, grinding. They didn't need the government. So imagine being in that kind of angle in your life, and then you move to another angle. You know, this is stressful to somebody who prides themselves on making their own living and things like that. Like they're forced into this. Now they're forced in to go ask the government, can I get unemployment? That's psychologically damaging someone. You know what I'm saying? And people done went to college, done learn how to run businesses, restaurants, done started their own restaurant business, catering services, all of these kind of things that deal with handling food and maybe being in the public. You know, when you talk about catering service, that's bar mitzvahs, there's weddings, all of these kind of things, even funerals, which they cannot do now because cannot have a certain amount of people in the room and things like that. It can't be no real congregating. That's against the law now. You know, and they losing all of their financial leverage that they done created for themselves, going to get a degree, going to business and management. Now they're in a position where, wow, I got to go to the unemployment line. That's crazy, man. And and that's the saddest thing about this is that we're actually letting the working class people get slaughtered and evicted from their homes, living in the dark, any kind of thing, not having no water, barely been able to afford gas and things like that because they relied on their restaurant job or they relied on their movie theater job. All of these places that are basically closed. You know, they relied on the daycare money. They relied on a pizza shop. They relied on these things, and now that's it. It's the saddest thing I can possibly see, especially a mother that's single parent out here, and she was doing the best she could, and now she has a situation where she cannot bring any money home. Sad, sad, but we live in a country that's okay with evicting these people, and we live in a country where we'd rather argue about stupidity online instead of helping out the working class people or coming together, banding together, and seeing how we can do to change some laws and help people out instead of always getting online with that bullshit. Okay. Now then, the forced dependency. How you feel about that, Queen?
Yeah, it's a sad thing.
Yeah.
Well, some of those people, they make too much money to even receive some of the
Yeah.
stuff. So what are they gonna do? Like that, like I said, that one doctor, he knew people that got laid off that were nurses and doctors. He knew they got fired, basically laid off. What are they gonna do? Because like with this stimulus and things like that, some of them people make too much money to receive that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just
It's
don't know.
like it's like no help coming for the working class. They're
I
just
thought
like
they were talking about doing a bailout and stuff like
yeah,
that.
I mean, some people talked about it, but I'm like,
But Trump said
when
he
you
was gonna
see
do one.
6.8 million last time I checked on the unemployment list, that's staggering. You know, just to know that millions of people that was a part of the working class is now trying to find a job. Millions. You know, that's millions of people paying rent, paying their utilities, probably car notes, maybe even saving up for their kids' college future. I mean, this puts a hole in everything when you get to looking at it, and it's very sad.
And then you don't even know how long this is going to last.
No.
And with unemployment, for the people that can get unemployment, it's only supposed to be for like 10 weeks unless they're going to extend it or something. I don't know. Maybe they're going to do some extending.
Yeah.
Or do some kind of extending to it. Like, no, 10 weeks. I said 10 months. 10 weeks, I think.
Yeah. What the
duration of unemployment, but
yeah, what I seen it just ain't too much help coming out here for folk, and that's sad because we spent like over, I would say, since the welfare queen that Ronald Reagan was talking about, we spent basically over 25 years living on this stigma and calling people out like, oh, everybody just wants to sit down and collect welfare, unemployment. Now look at the world now. And now it ain't about the welfare queen that Ronald Reagan was spitting about. Now we throwing the working class in that thing. So we this country's always talking about, well, if you don't work and everything, you don't get nothing. But now we got the working class people, the ones that are considered not doing anything. And you got to realize this has got to be psychologically damaged. I'm talking about college graduates and everything are being damaged off this.
They're putting in the same bunch as everybody else.
Yeah, everybody. Right now there is no such thing as middle class and things like that no more. It's either you're rich or you poor.
Yeah, we kind of stressed that in the last video too, and it's funny how it's going to be a reality.
Yeah, it's and the reality is tough, but this sending 1,200 or what I'm saying that's just a breather for some.
And then this is a one-time stimulus. They say this is one time.
One-time stimulus.
So what if this lasts till December?
Yeah.
We don't know.
And then
everybody's saying
your jobs haven't reopened. Yeah.
It gets hot and all this other stuff is supposed to kill the virus, which I believe all of that. But I'm saying we got to wait on what they're going to do. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
A one-time stimulus, even if you get $4,000, it ain't, to me, that's not going to be anything. Once you get through paying your bills, so what if you behind? And hopefully some of these landlords and things like that even care to even, help you out a little bit if you done lost your job. You still got to wait on unemployment. If you apply for unemployment, you got to wait on that. You're not going to get that like tomorrow or next week or nothing like that. That's going to be a waiting period. Ain't no telling when that's going to come in.
Nah. Ain't no telling.
Almost like they just...
yeah, they
and every day is something new.
Every day.
And then I see that's why a lot of people are going crazy. They don't even know which way to turn, what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been hearing people talking, and it's just like a bunch of mush mouth, kind of just
all over the place.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we got
it's starting. That's all I can say.
It's starting.
Be careful out here.
Yeah, it's starting, and this is the reason why we had to do a part 2. Because we saw the severity rise from the last video we done, and that was a number like 5 days ago. So we done saw a lot of the insanity is risen since 5 days ago. And I'm saying, I think today they just announced that corona deaths are at like 14,800. 731 people have died in New York. You know what I'm saying? I don't, the question is where they get these numbers from. Okay, can we, I'm saying like one day I turned around and we had 78 deaths, and then I turned around and then 2-3 days later we had 5,000-6,000. Turned around one day we had 10,000. Like the hell, like okay, these many people are dying from coronavirus, really? And then I hear people say their peoples went to the thing, they had pneumonia, and then they classified them as they had the coronavirus. So I'm like, if we have medical people that actually came out, that everybody that comes to the hospital, they treat them as if they have corona. So I'm saying the numbers have to be off then. Okay? The numbers cannot be straight if somebody can walk in there and basically say, man, I got chest pain. They're going to say, oh, he has coronavirus. They're going to put that down as coronavirus. So if you die, let's just say you had a heart attack, they can put down this effects. Yeah, they can do that. And so
I said in the last video too, and it's funny how they came to the light.
Yeah, it's all the way in the light now.
I know. That's what
the medical staff is saying that they have to treat everybody like that comes through the door.
That's crazy.
Yes. So I'm saying their numbers can be quite off if you're just going to give somebody that without, you know what I'm saying, doing the proper study to make sure that's what they got. They're not even doing that. The medical field has already said that they treat everybody like that when they come through the door. So I'm saying there's no way them numbers are correct. Come on now.
Yeah, because this one guy showed the video where the top places that they were saying had COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
He showed you some days later, I think a day later, when nobody was in those long lines and standing in front of an emergency room. He went to two different hospitals and showed you that they basically were lying to you, had people scared and going crazy, saying that all these people are in the hospital for getting tested for the coronavirus. So like the next day he said, "Where's all these people?" And it showed a little corner spot where they supposed to have the dead bodies at. Everything was empty. Was nothing happening. No. The car, the ambulances, and the trucks and all that stuff was parked out there. Nothing was happening. This just a day later.
Yeah,
just and they a day like thousands of people.
Yeah.
And then he also showed a commercial. No, not a commercial, but it was a video live where they were like in an emergency room, supposed to be operating on some people or something like that. And it was the same video. They played it twice.
Yeah.
With something else.
Yeah, it was from Italy. Yeah. They took a video from Italy and they emergency room and put it and used it as a film over here. And see, that's what I'm saying,
same people and everything.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like
people are paying attention to what's going on. It's not like back then where you believe everything. Yeah, a lot of people ain't believing everything.
Yeah, they're saying the hook shit ain't work neither. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done rip that shit apart. That's why I'm saying I don't know how people are really going out here just like believing everything that's on TV. Like they have been caught up in lies, like telling lies on top of lies. Like all these kind of media outlets have lied on people. I've seen down here in Arkansas where they plaster boys on TV basically saying they have committed crimes, and then it comes out that they actually didn't. So I'm like, why y'all put that shit on TV then? You know, it's things like that happens, and then as soon as the TV puts something on there, black folks like, no, oh man, you know what they said on TV about the fire? Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? You know that the TV don't be telling the truth all the time. Goddamn, listen. All races have caught on to this shit now. I'm saying, like, black people are the only people that argue down just to keep the lie going for television. I swear, it's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. But they'll get angry with you, everything, if you're going against the lie that the TV is telling. They'll be ready to argue you down. Like, no, they wouldn't lie to us like that. What?
People are so frustrated and angry and stuff out here, and I'm saying, be careful out here.
Yeah,
they got a lot going on, and it's all dealing with this.
Yeah,
ready to fight you, all kind of stuff. Instead of taking their frustrations out on the powers that be, they're ready to do something harmful to you.
Ready to get at you.
Yeah, and this is almost everywhere you go.
Everywhere.
Mainly in Walmart, and a lot of people shop there. So I'm saying, you got to go there. You need to be very careful.
Oh yeah,
I say be careful. Period.
Yeah, be careful wherever you go.
I'm seeing all these videos, these women supposedly trying to get robbed, and all of this so crazy stuff. Remember that woman said that, but she said she had her gun with her.
Oh yeah, she let him live. She let him live, but the man tried to steal her groceries while she paid for her groceries out of Walmart. Then a man just come try to steal her groceries. Why she gonna put him in the car?
She said, which lets me know he really wasn't even about that life.
Nah.
And then when
he didn't even have no weapon.
She said she did the warning shot, and then he gave the stuff back to her. Oh, I'm sorry. You weren't sorry. You thought you was gonna run off with some groceries. Yeah. But he might not have ate some days. See, this is the kind of stuff you're gonna be dealing with. You lose their job. Hungry man is a dangerous man.
Hungry man is a dangerous.
But you might lose your life trying to be dangerous.
Yeah.
You might not make it to be dangerous. I'm just saying. Because a lot of people's catching on to that too. People out here buying the weaponry, guns and stuff, women.
Yeah.
These single parent women, these women that's just alone out here.
Yeah. They said from March 6th to April, I believe 6th, they sold 2 million guns.
What is this?
In a month, they sold 2 million guns in a month.
In the U.S.
Yeah, in the U.S. In one.
And what was this? Just everywhere they sell guns.
The whole U.S.
Oh, okay.
2 million. There's a chart I read. Yeah, with gun sales.
But they knew this would happen. They knew this would happen.
Yeah, they knew it because whenever people realize that they freedom is on the line, and people feel like that they have to protect their household, they know people finna be out buying ammo, making sure they stocked up. You never know what's around the corner. And I don't blame people for following Second Amendment rights. That's what we all should do. You know, that is not against the law as long as you ain't no felon. But everything else, you should be strapped. It's getting
but a
crazy.
lot of people, they'll say they know their rights and things like that. But in reality, you know, you don't really have any rights.
Nah.
And who are you going to use that weaponry on? You're not really buying those guns for. I mean, you buying it for protection in case some. But I'm saying, who are you really buying it for?
Yeah.
We know y'all doing that shit for the government. In case the government come and you're gonna use it on them, and that's when they're gonna show you in. So you know, some people are willing to go all that war, I guess, if they have to. Yeah. That's who you really getting this for. Let's be real. Now, if somebody want to be stupid and try to break into your house, of course you're gonna use it on them. Yeah. But it's really for the powers that be, and everybody know that. Yeah. So why are you got in your head like, oh, this is a conspiracy theory? But the same people saying it's a conspiracy theory. What you go buy a gun for? Yeah. What you got weapons for? Yeah. What you go get it for? Yeah. All this panicking and stuff that's going on, and that's understandable. I think we should be worried in a way because we don't know what's fixing to happen. I think everybody's worried, and I think you're alive. You say you ain't. Yeah. You say you're not worried, you're lying. You're lying right through your teeth. Yeah. Because you don't know what to expect. You don't even know what's going to happen. None of us do. We don't know. We just, you know what I'm saying? We know it's not going to be good. Not at all. And we don't, like I said, we don't have the power to do anything. Nope. We can try to protect ourselves. That's all we can do. Thanks. You know there's gonna be a fight too. Oh, yeah. You know there's gonna be some live, some may die. But I say whatever God you pray to, whatever God you believe in, you need to stand on that and don't shake. I see a lot of people folding. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to question, did you ever believe in the first place? Oh yeah, facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like people saying it's in the Bible this and it's in the Bible that. I wish you'd have been like that all year, or last year and the year before that. I couldn't tell you was even looking in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny how things like this happening in some people. You know, they're trying to tell you something. Yeah. Yeah. But another thing that, well, I got my tubes tied, but these women that are pregnant and they got to bring these babies in 2020. Listening to the news and watching the television screen, it can probably get them scared. And I can see why. I can see why. But all I can say is stand on your faith and trust in your God. Because that's what they want you to do. And you know, being scared and panicking and stuff like that can cause you to have a miscarriage. So you just it's something to be worried about, but it's out of your control. Yeah, facts. Facts. It's out of your control. Yeah, which brings me to my next subject, and that is prices at these grocery stores. Man, I was talking to my queen earlier, and you know what I'm saying. I worked in retail for quite some time. Like I said, I know the whole structure of ordering and supply and demand. You know, when you got to make this money. But I'm talking about the trucking service is backed up. If you ain't done your research on that, a lot of truckers, they got to reload, but most of them have to stop driving at the 24-hour mark. So they cannot keep continuing doing deliveries after it's a ban that they cannot drive past 24 hours. So that's causing a backup on the trucks because they can't deliver on time when these warehouses is backed up. They cannot load. They cutting their hours in the warehouse. So that backs up everything when you talk about retail. And when it comes to filling up the store and getting your products through, things like that, it backs it up. A lot of product is out in the warehouse, tissue being one of the things. You know, it's a dire situation. It's not that easy as people might think it is. It get a little diverse when you're talking about the warehouses doesn't have that many stockers to load the trucks, and then the truckers are backed up. You know, this causes depletion for shelf availability. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about stock, you know, in the store. So shelf availability is not accounting to the regular sales that it usually have. So this makes the store lose money, you know? Okay? I want everybody to understand it. This make the store lose money because the shelves are not getting filled up as fast as they're going out. And plus the product is not even coming in the store as fast enough for them to fill it. So it's only going to go that the prices are going to raise. You know what I'm saying? So all the prices is going up. If they haven't hit your store yet, keep living. It's going to get there. You know,
the effect of the truckers is going to cause a lot of things to grow up. Even how they pick up the bananas, the apples, everything. All of it is going to go up. I mean, the farming, everything, it goes off truck. 90% of the stuff in this country is delivered through truck. So when you see stuff going up, then you're going to know what to look through. The trucking service, the trucking business, and that's going to skyrocket a lot of things. We saw videos where like some people was looking at like their carton of eggs like $9, and like it was crazy, $8.58. What bread was like $3-4, and like you know what I'm saying. I'm talking about this for the low brand too. I'm talking like why like it was scary. Like you get some orange juice was like $5-6. Man, it was crazy price. A bag of fries was like $9, $10. You know, just a bag of fries. Like it was crazy. I don't know that grocery store, but I'm saying like that's just a showcase what I know that could possibly happen and what I do think is going to happen. And I'm saying with prices like that, it's not going to matter if you got food stamps. You're going to have to do some budgeting. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to come up with how you're going to be able to spend least money as possible. You know what I'm saying? You got anything to say about them prices at the store? I know you be shopping and you need them yams and things, girl. I know you need them turkey and you know.
Well, this is just some advice. Just go when you go into the store, you need to buy the bare essential stuff that you need. And no need buying all that junk stuff. That stuff is going to be out. There's no need for that, really.
Yeah, I don't think anything wrong with like low brands neither. I know a lot of people, you know, we trying to be, you know, Jordans and Nikes and Fila. So when you go to the store, you're like, I'm gonna give me that cinnamon toast crunch. I'm gonna give me them frosted flakes, and I'm gonna give me them apple jack. Hey, better get them apple zings, boy.
Yeah,
better get them apple zings. Ain't nothing wrong with get them Happy Jacks.
You know, a lot of people had a lot to say about people that was doing the doomsday prep and people that was buying books every time they go to the store. Like I know Kroger has like the buy 5 save 5, sometimes buy 10 save 10, or buy 10 save 5. And I know a couple people was using coupons and doing that kind of shopping, but they stocking up when they were doing it, so they were saving big time when they were doing it. And now look at this situation here. You know, they'll be stocked up. You know what I'm saying? These people that have started their own gardens and things like that, they've been moving ahead of time. Yeah. Because if you know what I'm saying, what like these people that are vegan and things like that, if you have not started your own garden and things like that, I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna have to go back to canned foods or something, but I'm saying, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, they're gonna do
if they stop bringing the produce and stuff in these stores, and I'm talking about all of them: Whole Foods, Kroger, Walmart.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What are they gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Some of y'all gonna go back to eating them cans. Y'all gonna go back to being.
Yeah, you ain't gonna starve.
Yeah. Wow, this is really screwed everybody over in some kind of way. Yes, it's an effect. I don't care where you're from, what kind of family you come from, or whatever. It's screwing everybody, everybody over. People are getting laid off left and right.
Yeah, and on that, just off you saying that brings us to our last subject, and that is, can people actually accept reality? You know, that's the whole prefix of the show is reality check. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, in this day and time, I think that people got to get a grip on what's going on outside. I'm not talking about how you feel. I'm not talking about anything of that nature. I'm saying, can you actually get a grip on reality, like what's going on out here? You know, and I'm talking about your kids might be out of school to 2021. I mean, these kind of things are happening. What you going to do to take care of the education? What you going to do to make sure that your kids don't fall behind? What are you going to do with that? I mean, that's a job in itself, and that's just one thing I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about if things get to martial law and they got to cut off bare essentials to stop the spread. I'm saying, what are you going to do about food? What are you going to do? I mean, come on. And people have actually told me they won't shut down a grocery store. Out of what you are seeing, they done closed school, and you're thinking that they won't shut down grocery stores?
Yeah, they already cutting their hours.
Yeah, people at Walmart are catching the virus. Have anybody looked into that?
Yeah, someone
People at
right here in
grocery
Little Rock
stores.
supposed to caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then look how many people they may have, came in contact with.
Yeah.
Well, how many people they did come in contact with.
Yeah.
So,
And the stores look horrible. I don't know if anybody been going to it, but they look bad. You know what I'm saying? They cannot keep the shelves filled as fast as they get bought out. They cannot even do it. You know, if they got a good stock team, they might be able to battle, but it's really a losing battle. You know, it's really a wrap. But I'm saying, can people accept like the proven facts that's out here? Like you know it ain't come from no bat. Okay.
Yeah.
This ain't come from no nature. Okay. This earth done been rotating for millions of years. And these diseases is basically babies in the existence of time. That means they're brand new. They came out of nowhere, and we're trying to come up with a source and trying to make sure that we put that the television is telling the truth. I'm telling you they're not. They have already lied to you 2 or 3 times when we're talking about where the virus started, where it came from, all of that. They already done put all of this down and lied to you. Put it out to the public, lied to you. Okay? Can you accept that you've been lied to? Can you accept that they done ran a story on you and you don't know the truth? That's the actual thing of everything. When people get a grip on that, you can process a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? People are dying from other respiratory viruses, but it's being counted as the coronavirus. The medical field has said that. Okay, can you accept that the numbers are off? Because when you talk to people, they're like 3,000 people that got added to the. Oh my God! Like we the number one. I'm saying, can you accept that they are lying to you? Can you accept that? When it's acceptance, they say when you go into rehab or anything, they say when you accept, that's the first step. That's from psychology. If you're an alcoholic, they'll say when you accept that you're alcoholic and you say you are, then you can get the healing process going. So I'm saying I'm using the same method right now. So I'm saying if you can accept that basically the proven facts about this situation, can you accept? Can you accept that your government is trying to block healthcare right now? Can you accept that because of this pandemic that several businesses have permanently closed? This has bankrupted. Can you accept that this is the kind of world we're living in, that the working class can get evicted because of this pandemic and be living on the streets? Can you accept that that's what's going on right now? Okay? That's where the mental problems is coming in, because you don't want to accept what you are seeing. We don't have to debate about what's really going on. I don't have to sit around and raise my voice with someone, or we can debate and go over that. You screaming at me, that's a conspiracy theory. I'm talking about what is actually happening. It's non-debatable. You know what I'm saying? It's non-debatable. It's clear reality. When is McDonald's going to open? I'm talking about open where you can go eat on the inside. Can anybody tell me that? Is there a for sure date that you can look at me and tell me I'm for sure everything going to be straight on this day? You can't do that. So you don't know anything. Okay? You don't know anything. So you're going online, and I think a lot of y'all need to get off of it. A lot of y'all need to get off of it. A lot of y'all probably best for y'all to stay at home, because your mental awareness ain't too well. Your mental abilities ain't too well, because you don't want to deal with reality, what's happening to you. You still going back to, man, I got to get these new rims and shit. That ain't finna matter, bro. That ain't finna matter. Like how many dudes you can talk bad to online and shit. All that shit is not gonna matter. It's gonna get to a point where it's about you eating. It's about, can you keep a roof over your head now. All of that other jive talking really pretty much don't matter. It's just a whole bunch of people running from the truth. Okay. You can talk about this a little bit, like the kids missing school. Can you give some pointers out there to like what you can do with the parents? I see you working with the kids every day. That's a tough job.
It's very,
Yeah,
it can be
but
very, very overwhelming. But homeschooling is probably the best option for the kids anyway. That's what they say. It has the kids smarter and everything like that.
mm-hmm.
But I think the best thing you're gonna have to do is probably come up with a schedule. You know what I'm saying? I'm not single parent. I have help here, but it's still, we have 4 children, so it can be a little rough. I I noticed some things. It is these teachers. I know my head goes off to a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
It is very.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and there's also some schools that have permanently closed during this pandemic as well. Um, but I gotta go back like to when I was in school. Is there never was a time that we was out this long due to any kind of illness, and I'm talking about a lot of outbreaks happened while we was in school. Some of us was around when the swine flu hit. Some of us was around. They switched to H1N1, I believe. They stopped calling it the swine flu. We had the mad cow disease, where if you eat the ground beef the cow had mad cow disease, you ate that beef, you can end up getting a disease too. People were scared to eat beef. You had the salmonella outbreak with ketchup, and ketchup skyrocketed the prices.
Tomato.
You couldn't even get a pack of ketchup from McDonald's or anything. Burger King, you couldn't get a pack of ketchup. You had to ask for it. It was really crazy. You had the bluebell, hysteria, listeria. Yeah, that pandemic. Like none of this. They got to a point where they was like, "Oh, you guys can't go to school," and you got to, you got to stay home, and everybody are going to shut down everything. You're going to shut down the mall. We're going to shut down everywhere because of these kind of outbreaks. Like we never experienced things like that. So I don't know how you even talk to kids about this because we never experienced this. This is something new.
Little kids probably they definitely probably don't even know what's going on.
Mm-mm.
But the seniors, they have I couldn't even imagine not being able to walk across the stage, and some of them are having virtual graduations. In some cases, they're having to push them back. But like I said, we don't even know how long this pandemic is supposed to last, with them having the numbers rising. So I don't know, but I just, but luckily a lot of them I've been seeing them in good spirits still.
Yeah.
Through this trying time.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, if I was a senior, I kind of be upset a little bit, but it's out of their control. It's really nothing nobody can do. It's not like they asked for it or nothing. But
yeah, it's really a sad situation to have to actually not be in the class, not spending these last moments with your friends. Yeah. Even if they end up having a ceremony sometime later this year, it's still going to be like bittersweet because like I would want to spend them last days in class with my friends. I got to experience all of these things, and they're not going to experience them. They're not going to experience a prom. These are crazy things, man. Like a lot of kindergartners not going to have a kindergarten graduation, 8th grade graduations. People going on to high school. These are pivotal moments in my life that I'm glad I got to experience. But I never, thought about what if they didn't happen. So it's like these kids going to actually deal with it. Like, what if I don't be able to go back to a classroom because they're coming up with possible virtual teaching and things like that in case a pandemic like this happens again. So they're already planning for possibly, doing virtual teaching with children where they're not going to want to be in the classroom. So it's basically going to be schooling whether you like it or not. Because since there is no classroom and it'll be virtual, the mother or father are going to end up being the teacher, making sure they doing their work, caught up on their assignments, and that's going to save a lot of money because they don't want to fund schools anyway. The public school system is dying, and it's pretty much blunt. So I think that this is going to be something that could possibly end up happening because the funding has been cut. There's been over 156 school closings in the last 5 years. So I believe that this is slowly processing to probably virtual schooling for a lot of students. That's period. That's my belief. On that subject. Okay.
One of our children's teachers, she has a saying that she says to them every day, and it really plays in effect now. Where she tells them to stay ready, so you don't have to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I said, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And then they say it every day. It's some their little chant. And it just definitely goes with the time now. It's funny that that's the model that she put for them. And you definitely got to get stay ready for what is going on.
Facts.
And I don't even think the kids really we kind of talk to them and stuff, and I don't even think they don't even really understand.
Nah.
I think they think they're just out.
Yeah, I don't want to really like scare them, and
And I've seen like other parents like they're putting a lot of joy into the children, with all that's going on. Because like some of these states, they can't even go anywhere. They got the shutdown all of them now.
Yeah, they got to stay at home.
So the kids are basically in the house, and so a lot of parents are coming up with all these major ideas, and I'm kind of learning from because I've never dealt with this myself. Learning some things on my own, but I've always did a little, part homeschooling / I kind of did the co-op thing. I homeschool the kids, and then they still went to school too. But now it's gonna be, it's gonna take a lot of time. It takes a lot of time in my day. You almost begging for my attention, pretty much.
Yeah,
it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time.
Busy woman. But I appreciate a woman like this. I do. But I'm a lover. You know what I'm saying? I love this woman. And I like being up under. But sometimes she be busy. She be so busy. I be like, take a break. And I know she don't want to. She gonna say I'm gonna fall behind.
It's just the
but
and I always say that it's just the Capricorn in me.
Yes,
we like
trust me. I know.
We like to be on our toes.
Yes, and I like that.
Almost like a perfectionist, if you will.
I think it's a necessity. Regardless if I yearn for your attention, my love.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
No, I was just thinking about, I'm gonna have to come up with a schedule plan too.
Yeah. This is all everybody shit, this is an adaptation. Shit, this ain't even nothing. Like I can't go to my parents and ask them like, what I'm saying, how did y'all do this? You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't never experienced it, This is like a first for everything. Like everybody that's a parent now or, basically American citizen right now, we all trying to just find out how to adapt. You know what I'm saying? That's the struggle. That's the struggle.
I see a lot of parents complaining and things like that, and I'm like, well, the kids being home, and what I'm saying. And I know that times is rough, and they don't know what they're gonna do and things like that. But man, love on them kids and stuff. We don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing ain't too busy for you to take at least. What you can take at least 30 minutes at least out the day.
Yeah.
Just getting some kind of rotation, getting a routine, and working with your children, man. Because we are the first teachers anyway.
Yeah.
And they learn a lot
before they go to school. Preschool started at 3. But that means
you can actually be one-on-one with your children. A lot of these teachers don't get a chance to be one-on-one with all the kids. You know your child better than the teacher really does.
Yeah.
You know their learning styles, their techniques. If you're an attentive parent.
Yeah.
But during this time, you have a lot of time to be an attentive if you hadn't, if you wasn't before.
Thanks.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go to my last subject. I think I said the other one was my last, but this is my last one. We'll close out with the mental illness. I didn't put that in my notes, but I got to throw that in there. We kind of we skidded around and we done said some things about it. But in certain situations that's going on now that I got to make sure I discuss on here because they are quite disturbing to me. One was I think it happened down here in my city was the coronavirus parade or gathering or whatever that happened. And that was just like super duper ratchet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like out of control, people fighting, breaking all kind of traffic laws, almost hitting people. I went on the blog and and saw some of people's comments on YouTube and things like that. That was actually there at the event, and there was a lot of drag racing and things going on. People out had wrecks. I mean, this is dangerous type of behavior. When they're saying it's best to stay at home because you don't want the spread of the virus. But I'm saying you're going out in a fashion that's detrimental to people's lives. You hear what I'm saying? I'm talking about damn the coronavirus. I'm talking about goddamn y'all the way y'all was out here. Man, that's danger. That's gonna kill somebody quicker than the virus like y'all was. You know what I'm saying? I seen the video, I could not believe. And it's not just in
these
Little
are people
Rock.
just looking to do anything just to get out of the house.
That's what I'm saying.
So if they ever do, I mean, I don't know. So if they do
martial law or anything like that,
or stay on board or something like that, they're gonna have an issue with that. Which we kind of stressed in the last video as well. It's gonna be a problem. Like some of these people feel like they don't have to follow the laws and things like you can tell in their demeanor and in their behavior. They don't feel like they have to follow the laws, and you know what I'm saying. If you're gonna be the same people when something happens, they're gonna be kind of blaming on some kind of race or some kind of you know the norm, the usual that goes on amongst us, our people. The stupidity.
Seen the woman. Also, the second one. I seen a woman on the, on the train. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on, man, but the woman just pulled her shirt off, man, let her breasts just hang out like that. And you know what I'm saying? This is on the train, and I was like, wow, it was probably children on here. And
what song was somebody?
Biggie. It was playing Biggie, like
somebody had the nerve to have the damn song playing.
Yeah,
had it up loud like it was a club.
She was just jamming off there, like with no shirt on, just like the mental illness is on the rise. And I know we all in America with somebody out. We ain't perfect. All of us got situations going on with us, I'm sure. Growing up in this world, you never know what bad habits you might pick up or anything like that. But I'm saying, like, at a certain point, when you see things, like, you be like, yeah, something is really wrong. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no joke. I'm not joking.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying I'm not joking about what happened with that woman. You know.
Well, I'm saying, she. Her damn titty was hanging all down.
I'm like, wow.
Damn knees. And she
boy, I'm talking about jamming on Biggie, yo.
Boy, she had her shirt off, no bra, and just was.
Man,
breasts hanging down to to knees, and somebody was. Sorry. But somebody just had the nerve to have that camera going, and that's all they gonna do.
Hyping up.
We saw somebody the other day up here in Little Rock. The guy was just turning all around. And he had his shirt all off. Like, what's going on with this man? I'm saying the mental state. We've been seeing it. Like, boy,
in the last 30 days, I'm disturbed. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about for people's safety.
And somebody had their phone out on that guy.
Yeah.
He just like he's fighting in the air. Nobody. Was talking loud. Nobody was there. I was like, what is going on? What is going on?
Yeah. I'm concerned about people's safety. So when I'm saying I'm talking about mental illness, I'm talking about if you know these people, you know what I'm talking about. Like, maybe you need to try to be like trying to get them some help. You know what I'm saying? Some people need to get checked in and get seen because what's another thing that happened on there we going to talk about? Oh yeah, the woman with the scrubs on in the grocery store.
Yeah, them healthcare.
You know what I'm saying?
They had scrubs on and masks. And someone was falling around. What you call it? Corona Karen.
Yeah.
She called the police on them because they wearing scrubs and had masks on.
They had scrubs and masks on. Called the police on them because they said they was inciting fear. And they might be passing on corona if it's on their scrubs, on their clothes. They just came out of the hospital. So I'm saying that was a reason to call the police, who possibly already got enough shit on their table as it is.
I don't even know if the police came.
But I'm saying she should get arrested if they come. You calling the police on somebody's uniform for getting off work? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy. Nobody wants to go home and change, then go to the grocery store. After you got out of work, when you're going to pass it coming home, you're just going to go to the grocery store. They said that woman, she should have went home. Like, that's another sign that people got shit going on inside of their brain. You know what I'm saying? It's severe. There's no way you should be stalking people in the store. It's crazy.
But I'm like, they don't know where she had been.
No.
She could have had the COVID-19. You going in on them. But they couldn't believe it. I could tell by the way they was recording it. They couldn't believe that woman was doing it.
They could not believe the shit. They was like, "What? We just got off work, And I'm talking about, I can keep going. I'm gonna go to a few more because I got about 40. I probably could talk about. I'm gonna do 2 more. The last one we just seen when that boy was in Walmart and he was scaring people with the stun gun and coughing on people and things like that.
He had a taser, yeah.
Yeah, he had the taser, yeah.
Trying to get his views up.
Yeah, like all of that, you finna go to jail,
with
bro.
A bonnet on his head.
You finna go to jail though, just trying to be funny in Walmart and scaring people with a taser. You know what I'm saying? Weapons are not allowed in Walmart. That's on the door when you walk in. You cannot have any weapons, no knife guns.
Somebody called on him too.
Yeah, call the police.
He was able to do it for a while. For the police was even called.
Yeah. But I'm saying, look at that. That's mental illness to actually go to stores with this type of behavior on your mind. Take your ass home, bro. Just letting you know. I'm telling people, it is very violent out here in this world. I'm talking about everybody's going right to violence. You know what I'm saying? If something don't go their way, because the atmosphere that we have right now, the climate in this country, a lot of people are dealing with a whole bunch of things, and you got to be careful, man. It's a whole bunch of mental illness going on. It is leaking over. It's going to get worse, and I might have to start pounding them on these videos, and I'm learning how to edit just so y'all can see them. If you haven't caught any of them. But I'm telling you, man, it's getting wicked out here. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. And I'm your boy, King Haru. And this is my lovely, beautiful wife,
Nita Buns.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll check you later.
Peace.